One of the things Working Genius helps us do is to better understand burnout. One of the biggest misconceptions about burnout is that it's about the amount of work we have to do. We think they're burned out, we need to reduce their workload. Sometimes that's true, but far more importantly, we need to understand the kind of work they're doing. You see, people get burned out when they're not doing work that gives them joy and energy. Taking away work that gives somebody joy and energy is not going to reduce their burnout. In fact, it's going to increase it. Asking them to do things that are in their working competency or frustration will certainly contribute to burnout, but understanding the difference is critical. It's not about volume, it's about the nature of work. Now, one of the things that I found interesting is the category that often creates burnout the most is a person's working competency, and here's why. Sometimes we think, well, that person is pretty good at that. It's not their working genius, but at least it's a working competency. And so, since there's nobody else on the team that does that very well, let's have them do it. What happens is more and more of that kind of work comes to that person. They do it fairly well, and before you know it, they have no joy and energy left. Now, if they were their working frustration, we'd know that that was going to be a problem. But working competencies is where it can sneak up. So we can keep giving people work in that area and drive them into the ground. But what we need to do is not just reduce things in their working competency or frustration, but maybe increase things in their working genius. I know that's happened to me over the years. There's certain things that I love to do, and my colleagues will try to help me reduce the stress and burnout at work, but they take off sometimes things from my schedule that I love. It actually makes me feel even more burnt out. So that's the key here. It's not about the volume of work, it's about the nature of work. And don't get trapped into doing things always in your competency, even though you're good at it.